Hello, ACAC church family. Pastor Rock here. Next weekend will be a defining moment in the rich and continuing history of this ministry founded on the premise of running errands for the Holy Spirit. We'll be voting on the 3 recommendations that make up the Expanded Influence Next Gen initiative. As we approach that weekend, there are several things I want to say to you. First of all, I want to thank you for the many questions that you have asked in our informational sessions and that you have submitted online. We welcome those because it tells me you are committed to what God is doing here. You're engaged. You're all in. That's why you're thinking through the process and thinking of the various implications and the potential problems. So thank you for your engagement. We receive it as a confirmation of your commitment. Secondly, I want to address several of the things that have been predominant in your expressed questions and concerns. One, will engaging this initiative jeopardize our long-standing commitment to the poor, to missions, and to ministry? And I want to answer a resounding no. The reality is we have a problem. Our facilities as currently comprised are not visitor-friendly, user-friendly, family-friendly. And we have learned from direct reports and sharing that many who have visited ACAC, love everything about us, chose not to be a part of our church family because they didn't like leaving their children in another building and all the various places they have to go as families. That's a horrific problem because if we don't address that, it means we're going to lose families. And every family we lose is a group of people who would give towards our ministries to the poor and worldwide evangelism and staff and support those ministries. So if we do nothing, we will severely jeopardize our ability to sustain the good things we're doing. If we take a step of faith, we will be able to increase what we're doing because ministry is not a zero-sum game. Doing something well over here doesn't mean we have to drop something over on the other side. The second concern has to do with indebtedness. So let me share several things as quickly as I can. One, we are imposing upon ourselves by our recommendation a ceiling of 1/2 of the total project cost, roughly $5 million. That doesn't mean we want to borrow $5 million. The reality is, I would hope we don't have to borrow anything, or if we do, certainly far less than $5 million. But several things if we would have to do that. Worst case scenario. First of all, our annual income as a congregation, because of your generosity, is north of $6 million a year. A $5 million indebtedness is less than our annual income. It would be akin to a family with a $50,000 a year income having a $45,000 mortgage. If that were you, you wouldn't fret or lose sleep. It would be akin to somebody who makes $20,000 a year having a $17,000 mortgage. Very manageable, not a threat. Any bank would honor that. That's what we're proposing, but that's only in a worst case scenario, which we do not anticipate. Secondly, by way of history, when we built Simpson Hall, we were a much smaller congregation. Our annual giving was $600,000. The project was $2 million. We borrowed 1.5, 75%, and paid it off in 6 years. And the third and final thing, we currently spend over $300,000 a year renting our children's space across the street. It's an incredible bargain. It's 2008 rental prices because God has given us favor with the hospital. Were we to have to borrow, say, $3 million in order to get this project kick-started, and again, I don't think we will, but let's say we had to borrow $3 million. the $300,000 a year we're saving would finance that debt at current interest rates, meaning it wouldn't add anything to our annual operating budget. And if we borrow less than 3, say we borrow 2, we would actually be in a place of annual cost savings. So, debt is not evil. And many times, as I shared in the live broadcast, debt is an expression of faith that grows our faith. Now, the final thing, we want to hear from all of you next week. Please plan to be here. Whether you're a member or not, you're part of our family. Your opinion is important. We want to hear from you. If circumstances make it impossible, please pick up a ballot today and submit an absentee ballot following the simple instructions. We want 100% participation. We'll ask you to sign your ballot because voting in anonymity is contrary to everything Jesus stands for. And trust me, we're not going to look and see who voted yea or nay and decide who we like and dislike. We're not fools. We're sincere in following after Jesus. But be here, cast your vote. Let's believe God for His will. That's the only thing we want in this. And let's seize the moment, translate our problem into an opportunity, and grow our potential expanded influence. God bless you.